sit down, grab a drink, and let's talk for a minute. Wanna draw? You could go grab a pen or tablet or whatever you do. I'll sit here and wait. I'll give you a minute. Are you back yet? I'm waiting. Anyways, hi, my name is Milky and I like to draw and play games. Something that came across my mind recently is that my OCs have kind of grown up with me. Let me explain. Oh, and if you're not really into the art world, OCs are just kind of like original characters. I don't think there's much to really explain with that, but it's just like, they don't really need to have a story or be a part of a universe, or just, sometimes it's just like a person that doesn't really exist that we like to draw. But, I'm gonna try my best to not sound like Christian while I talk about my OCs. Okay, here we go. I have 3 OCs I've had ever since I was like 12 or 13. And as I got older, their outfits, their ages, their attitudes kind of change and evolve. Their relationship with each other kind of changes too, because they're kind of all part of the same universe. And the story itself kind of changes too. And I think that's just because as I get older, my mental and my attitude kind of changes, just as like, because it's just with life experiences, you're going to change your mind, your style, everything. It just happens when you get older. My OC in this video is named Valerie, and I've had her for a while. I wouldn't say she's my oldest, but she is one of the oldest, and she is the most... She is a character that I draw a lot just because I think she's fun to draw. I realized something that I don't really talk a lot about my OCs, mostly because I get embarrassed of bringing them up because I'm like 24 years old. And it doesn't feel right to bring them up. I'm not saying you should feel ashamed for being older and having OCs, I'm just saying that I do, and I'm embarrassed by it. And I don't know why, and it might be just because it's just being a person that's not very confident. You're gonna feel kind of weird talking about things that isn't seen as like a normal thing in society. And that makes me sound like the Joker, and I'm being Joker brained, but it's really not that. Listen, I'm working on it. That's kind of the whole point of this channel, is to talk about things that I like and do things that kind of make me come out of my shell. I'm too damn old to be acting like this. That's my whole point. Anyways, Valerie is currently 26 years old. She's older than me, but I have a feeling once I become 26, she is going to be 28 or even 30. I don't really know. I don't like having OCs that are the same age as me or younger. Even when I was like, when I first had these OCs, when I was like 12 or 13, they would always be like 16. And then once I turned 16, they would be like 18, and they became like college students or fresh out of high school. But even though she's 26, she's not really 26. And I say that because she's not really a human. And what I mean by that is that she's like 10,000 years old. Not in a weird, creepy anime, like, lolly type of way, but just in like a... She wears human skin to come across as normal. And yes, she has pink hair.
That's suspicious.
What about it?
That's weird.
I'm trying to find my first drawings of her, and dear God, my old DeviantArt accounts. Yes, accounts. I have more than one. It's like a fever dream and also like a nightmare. I don't know how to explain it. But maybe this can be a whole video on its own. Just DeviantArt and my accounts and like going through them and like embarrassing myself. I don't know. But DeviantArt is just one of those things. The whole thing just feels like a fever dream in the worst possible way. This is the oldest digital drawing I could find of her. She was an elf, she was mute, and she couldn't see because of her bangs. She also had purple hair. As I got older, she kind of just evolved into a teenage girl with daddy issues. Well, issues in general. She was a man-eater. She liked to manipulate men, but like compared to now, she's quite literally a man-eater. She devours the skin and meat of men that she likes. And I think that's a really cool little quirk that she has. While I was drawing her, I was kind of having difficulty with like her outfit because she has so many different outfits that I've drawn her in, and I don't know which one to pick as her main like outfit because there's so many. But I kind of just like dressing her up, and that's part of the reason why I enjoy drawing her, because I like drawing her in fun, cool outfits. But in the end, I decided with making like a low cut scoop neck halter top dress that you're gonna see. It's actually gonna be cheetah print with her bra poking out a little bit from her dress, because it's kind of like giving I don't even want to say that out loud, but kind of like early 2000s maybe. And I think when you're designing OCs, it's important to choose like how their outfit, their hairstyle, just certain physical characteristics of them, how that contributes to the type of character they are. Valerie is very outgoing, she's a little scandalous, she's a little kind of like, she's a psycho. So you kind of want to show that through her appearance, I guess. I don't know. Not me talking about this like I'm a professional and I have a degree in frickin' character design. But anyways. I always have trouble picking expressions also for art. So I took like a minute trying to figure out what would look good in this drawing specifically. But yeah, how I used to draw Valerie was just very like, I think she first started off in like a schoolgirl's outfit because anime was very, I would watch anime a lot, so it had a lot of influence on my style and my character design. So Valerie had a schoolgirl outfit for a while, and this was like around maybe when I was maybe like 13 to high school, and then I started drawing her more scandalous, let's just put it that way. I think she's always been a little bit like that, but those ideas became more prevalent the older I got. I don't know how else to really talk about that without sounding like a gooner, but I swear it's nothing like that. It's just I was just experimenting, I guess. But something that I always kept with her is the thigh highs and the pink hair. Well, technically she started off with purple hair, but now it's a little bit different. It's pink hair. Always kept the thigh highs, kept pink hair. And I think that's just because no matter which, like, no matter what, how do I say, no matter which stage of her design she was in, or what part of her life that she was in, or I guess my life, she always had short skirt and thigh highs, and I never really took that out of her design. She likes to show skin, so and thigh highs are kind of a little bit more revealing in a way. I mean, you could say they're revealing. I mean, I don't know. But I always kept that in her design because that's just kind of like a part of her. Except in this design, she's not wearing a skirt, it's more so like a short dress. But if you look at any other design of her, she likes skirts, and I would say if I were to do a whole drawing of her in different designs, I think they would all have a skirt in them or some form of a dress. The cheetah print's definitely a new thing. I personally not a fan. I would never wear it on myself, but for some reason I could see it on her, especially because it's brown. Pink and brown go really good together, and I kind of love how it came out in this drawing. Adventure Time is probably one of my favorite cartoons growing up, and even now probably. And looking back at my old art and how I drew Valerie and my other OCs, I definitely see some inspiration taken from Adventure Time, because the story building, the world building, everything that Adventure Time has, I wanted so desperately injected into my artwork and into my characters, because I genuinely think it is one of the best pieces of animation ever created. I don't know if that's a hot take, it might be, but I love everything about it. And looking at Valerie, I can kind of see the pink hair was probably from Princess Bubblegum, because I don't like pink like that. I mean, I don't wear pink. I never had anything that was pink, but I don't know what it was. I wish I could go back in time and be like, what? Hey, young me, why did you give her pink hair? Even though it started off with purple, why did I change the purple? Why is it pink now? And I've just kept it pink this whole time. Valerie is also attached to my two other OCs that were kind of developed at the same time. I don't draw them as much as I do with Valerie, just because I don't draw guys all that often. But we have Ned and we have Tom, and they're kind of a duo. They're best friends, and they run a food truck together that is also a place where they grow
Funny plant
and sell it. Don't ask why. That is a concept I came up with in high school. Obviously, it wasn't like that when I first made them. I think when I first made them, they were just kind of like high schoolers, just like screwing around. But in high school, I thought they should run a food truck and grow out of their food truck and sell it. So that's who they are now. And Ned is this nerdy guy, has no parents, kind of depends on Tom a lot, and Tom is like he's smarter, but he doesn't want to admit it. He dropped out of school, and they run this small business together. Ned is fully in love with Valerie. Tom warns him, hey, that chick is kind of creepy. Maybe don't pursue that. And Valerie has taken to Tom, and Tom is like, I freaking hate you, stay away from me, I will pepper spray you, lady. And she kind of likes that, honestly. But Ned is fully in love with Valerie, and Valerie uses him in that way for her benefit, because she can get him to do whatever she wants. But because both of them kind of benefit her in some way, she doesn't eat them. So they're all very tight with each other. They're all very cool. And I think if I do a second video like this, I would want to redesign Tom and Ned, because they're also, Ned is genuinely one of my oldest OCs I've had, and I've had him since, I can for sure say 12. And the way that Tom came about was he was actually a furry at first, and I would like to have a disclaimer, I am not a furry. I don't think I ever was, but I did play this little game called Toontown that I may or may not still play when I feel like it. And Ned was a black cat on Toontown. That's where he came from. And then I unfurried him. I ripped apart the fursuit. And he was a human underneath the fursuit. So, he's a guy with glasses and a beanie. He's a big stoner, and so is Tom. And anyways, I guess I was saying that if I do a second part of this, I would like to do a little redesign on Ned and Tom. And I'm gonna do that either way. I don't know if I'm going to document. I might. It might be a little fun. It's also a little bit more challenging because I don't draw guys and I don't design them. All of my influence that comes from a guy would probably be from my boyfriend because, I mean, he's the only guy I regularly talk to and see, ever. Okay, and here's the big reveal. Da da da. Whoa.
Wow.
Hold on. Zooming out. I tried to be creative for this. Let me move a little bit to the side. How do we like it? This is Valerie. Yeah, this is one of her finalized designs. And that's it. So, that's it for the video. I spent a week redesigning Valerie and kind of updating her and talking about her with you guys, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. And yeah, let me know, am I the only adult here that talks about their OCs or still has OCs? Please let me know. Please make me feel better in the comments because I'm insecure. No, I'm kidding, but also just like let me know if you're an adult with OCs. Thank you so much for watching. And let me know if you guys like this type of content because I might make more. Thank you. Bye.